Affranchised from the look of surface mind, she paused not to survey the official case. We say official case, what is it? We say all these things are coming from mind. She is not going to accept that official explanation of the thought arising from that. She paused not to survey the official case. The issue of forms and from the office of the brain is factory of thought sounds and thought words and voices stored within, unheard by men, is mint and treasury of shining coin. So now you see, earlier it was the image of drama, composer, musician. Now it is the image of mint, where the coins are minted. In this one, survey the office, the issue of form, office of brain, factory of thought sound. What is the factory? Where you mint coins. Thought sounds and soundless words, and voices stored within, unheard by men, is mint and treasury of shining coin. So, for us, they look very beautiful ideas, very powerful ideas, and all that. This is what we have been seeing in all the philosophies, you see. These were but counters in mind symbol game. Now the image has changed. You see, earlier it was drama, then it was a mint, where you manufacture coin. Now it is game. What is the game? Counters in mind symbol game. Counters, you give tokens. I have won so many points, you have won so many points, like that, you see, in the game. Symbol game. A gramophone set disc, a reproductions film, a list of signs, a cipher, and a code. So this is the symbol of the game, you see. Now, of course, she was using gramophone and reproduction film and all that. Those were the greatest technological things of the time. Now you have got CDs, you have got DVDs, you have got this, you have got that. And surely she will use those things also. Digital cameras, see, you don't have, see, there was a fad some time ago, polarized cameras, polarized films, so you get the instantaneous picture. Now, now all gone, see. In our unseen subtle body, she is surveying now, her concentration is, she is going to study where from these thoughts are coming. Pursue the birth of thought. Her main concern is, where from are these thoughts arising? And in that context, in our unseen subtle body, thought is born. Thought is not born in mind, but in this subtle body. Sukshma Deha, Sukshma Sharira. Or there it enters from the cosmic field. So now Savitri is observing, she is a witness, she is a student. What does she study? What does she note in a notebook? That thought is either born in the subtle body or it is coming from the cosmic field into the subtle body. It is not coming from mind. This is not a manufacturer of thought at all. It is coming from the cosmic field or it is arising from the subtle body. Now, yes.
Why a cipher?
Why?
Cipher. Why cipher?
A cipher and a code, a list of signs, a cipher and a code, zero, nothing. Zero. Yeah. Reproductions. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. Cipher is zero. The Arabic word cifra. Cifra. Cifra is the word which has come from the Sanskrit Shubhra. Shubhra, white, plain, blank. White, Shubhra, white, pure white. Cipher. White. 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 Man, you can't see any color there at all. It's all completely Shubhra. Everything is there, but not seen. That is Shubhra. That is Shubhra. So the zero had the origin from Shubhra of Sanskrit. Shubhra has become Sifra in Arabic, and from that it became cipher in English. Shubhra. Everything is present in it. It is pregnant. Everything is there, but not separated out, not analyzed, not colors. All the colors are there, but not seen at all. That is the cipher. And the sign, the symbol for the zero is complete O, round. Everything is present in it, yet there is nothing in it. And the Greek word for zero is obol, O-B-O-L-E. Obol, huh? Obol is the small, a coin of smallest denomination. Smallest value, lowest value, paisa, you see, zero. You see. It has no value at all, you see, obol. And that was valued very much by the Greek, obol. So when a person was to die, then the family member used to keep that obol in the mouth of the dead person. And that was supposed to be the fare for crossing the river of death. So the obol was there of no value. Okay, take it away. You see. Oh, let me say. So that is how men cheat also, you see. To cross the river Styx, you see, you pay to the ferryman that obol, okay. So that is the cipher, zero. That's the code. It's a game. But Savitri is, this is the most revealing part. I don't think anywhere in the spiritual literature we have this statement that the thought is born in a subtle body or it comes from the cosmic field. Both of them are there. Nowhere in the spiritual psychology, even modern psychology doesn't understand that, will not understand that thing. But this is what Savitri is observing. Thought is either coming from the cosmic field or is born in the subtle body.
There is one who spoke about this.
Yeah.
Castaneda, did you ever hear about Castaneda book?
Who has spoken?
Castaneda. His name is Carlos Castaneda.
I see. That's in the subtle body it is born?
He spoke many things like in Savitri that the mantle we created from the cosmic, like last time you say, something like he make a selection from the infinite and he fixed it in mind. He speaks something like this and like this, even like this.
But this is a very most revealing statement, I tell you.
From the shaman American
I see.
Yaki, the sorcerer. He has something very interesting.
Well, if you got some reference, you can just let me have a look at them.
It's very difficult to give some just sample, but because he wrote a lot of books, and when you enter in this, all his writing speak about something like.
In the Sanskrit scriptural literature, I don't think I have read or come across this part, that this thought is born in the subtle body or it comes from the cosmic field. Now, the rest of the canto is practically, mostly the elaboration of these two lines. How the thought is born in the subtle body, how the thought comes from the cosmic field, and what Savitri has to do to take care of this thought. She has to go beyond thought. She has to see, because thought is a formation. Thought is a formation. And unless you go beyond formation, you cannot annul yourself. That is why she has to take care of this part in time. Name and form, mind. These are the characteristics of thought. In our unseen subtle body, thought is born, or there it enters from the cosmic field. First, we are going to read how the thought is born in the subtle body. And then move on to the cosmic field, how it comes from the cosmic field. Out from her soul stepped out a naked thought. That is the first thing which is happening. The thought is coming out from the soul. Subtle body now is talking, elaboration of that first line. Out from her soul stepped out a naked thought, a pure, luminous, with mistreated lips and wonderful eyes. So thought is a person. Thought is a person. See? Wonderful eyes, mistreated lips, luminous, bright. Or from her heart emerged some burning face. It is not soul, it is from the heart now, the subtle body. From her heart emerged some burning face and looked for life and love and passionate truth. Aspire to heaven or embrace the world, or let the fancy like a fleeting moon across the dull sky of man's common day. So this is what the thought which is coming from the heart doing. Or let the fancy like a fleeting moon, in the autumn moon, the way the thought moves like a fancy scene, or let the fancy like a fleeting moon across the dull sky of man's common day, amid the doubtful certitudes of earth's low, to the celestial beauty of faith gave form, as if at flower print, a dingy room, lapped in a golden vase, one living rose. That is what this thought is doing. And then a thaumaturgist, a magician, thaumaturgy, magic, sat in her heart's deep. So there is another one now. See, soul, heart, within heart, deep. Compel the forward stride, the upward look, till wonder leapt into the illumined breast. So from the depths of the heart is coming into the breast. And life grew marvelous with transfiguring hope. So that is the power of this thought. See, very welcome, and one would really like to have them, but Savitri has to say, no, even this will not do for me. A seeing will pondered between the brows. Now, from here, the thought is arising, from Ajna Chakra. Seeing will. From the Ajna Chakra, the thought is arising. Thoughts, glistening angels stood behind the brain. From behind the brain, they are like angels. And what are these angels? Flashing armor, so they are wearing armor, protecting themselves. Folding hands of prayer, the thoughts are standing with hands of prayer like that. Folding hands of prayer from behind the brain. In flashing armor, folding hands of prayer, and poured heaven's rays into the earthly form. So that is what these angels are doing. They are pouring all that thing into earthly form. So she has now seen the thought coming from the soul, from the heart, from deep within the heart, from the breast, from this part, now from behind the brain. These are the various regions of the subtle body, you see. Thoughts glistening angels stood behind the brain, in flashing armor, folding hands of prayer, and poured heaven's rays into the earthly form. Imaginations flamed from her breast. Again, from her breast the imagination coming out to see. Unearthly beauty touches the surpassing joy, and plans of miracle, dreams of delight. Around her, so breast, now navel, Around her navel lotus, clustering close, her last sensations of the teeming world. So now where the subconscious is there, the thoughts are arising from that, from the navel. Her last sensations of the teeming world, streamed at dumb movements of the unformed idea, invading the small sensitive flower of the throat. Now the thoughts are coming from here, from the throat. They brought their mute, unuttered, resonances to kindle the figures of a heavenly speech. The expression comes from here. Kindle the figures of heavenly speech. Below the navel. So, describing all the below the navel. Below, desires formed a wordless wish, and longings of physical sweetness and ecstasy translated into the accents of a cry, their grasp of objects and a clasp on soul. Then her body's thoughts climbed from her conscious limbs, even from the limbs, the thoughts are coming. The hands are speaking, the legs are speaking, the feet are speaking. Her body's thoughts climbed from her conscious limbs and carried a yearning to its mystic crown. Carried a yearning to its mystic crown at the top here, you see, where nature's murmurs meet the ineffable. Sahasrara, the center above the head, the 1,000-petaled lotus here is carrying it. Where, so you see, all this is happening because Savitri's subtle body is ready. The divine force has entered into it, and now she sees in that body the thoughts are coming from every part of that body, you see. But for the mortal prisoned in outward mind, well, this is what happens in the case of Savitri, where subtle body is away. But for the mortal, what happens? Prisoned in outward mind. We are prisoned in outward mind, physical mind. You see. All must present their passports at its door. See, the thoughts are coming there, but we don't see them. Unless they present their passport, their visa is there, everything is ready, then only they are allowed to go. In other words, mind will recognize only that which it can understand. Others it will reject, throw away, not accept. Mortal present in outward mind, all must present. Now all may present there, but mind may not still be able to accept them or see them, that they are valid, that they got a proper visa. All the passports at its door, disguised, they must don the official cap and mask, obviously. See, these are figures, these are people, thought. Yes, they are hiding themselves, but they have to pass through the customs gate. So, okay, put on some garb, some dress, something, and get out, see. Disguised, they must don the official cap and mask or pass as manufacturers of the brain. So that is what the brain will accept only, you see. Unknown the secret truth and hidden soul. So that nobody knows, you see. But of course the question arises, all right, they are doing all these things, but why are they insistent to come out? Why should they enter my house? Because they want to do something here. These angels are there, they are praying, all those things are there. They want to express themselves something also in the outward life. If they want to express, they want to put something in action, some movement has to be done because of that, they must put on that mask, that dress, and come out from that. Therefore, unknown the secret truth and hidden. So their secret truth has to come into manifestation, into expression. Their hidden source has to be kept behind. Only to the inner mind they speak direct. The outer mind, as it says here, outward mind cannot understand them. For the outward mind, you have to take some kind of a form which is recognizable, which is recognized by the outer mind. But for the inner mind, only to the inner mind they speak direct. Put on a body and assume a voice. their passage seen, their message heard and known, their birthplace and the natal mark revealed. See, the birth mark is there also, natal mark. Yeah, yes, we have come from here, we have come from there, we have come from there. Yes, we have come from the subtle body. Which part is subtle body? Brain. Which part is subtle body? Maybe this one. So they put that mark, birthmark. Their birthplace.
Every thought has this.
Yeah, thoughts have that birth. Yeah, they have got their own character, their own. Huh? They are? Yes. No, not emanation. They are figure, they are person.
Subliminal part of our body.
Not liminal. Subtle body is beyond the subliminal. Yes. Subliminal is only one aspect of the subtle body. Actually, it is in the subtle body, in the subliminal, that things have to first form before they find themselves outward expression. Their birthplace and their natal mark reveal and stand confessed to an immortal side, our nature's messenger to the witness soul.